What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm Abe. This is EVE Online, and we're going to talk about activity defense multipliers, which is what you see in the upper left corner here. And I've done a little bit of Googling. You can probably learn about a lot of the background details of this, and probably a lot more from the very specifics if you Google that yourself and go look it up. But the long and short of it is, if you're in a system and you or your alliance or your corporation has anchored, well, let's see. I think we can see them. Claim units. I'm sure that's not the term for it, but yeah, oh, there you go. Territorial claim unit, infrastructure hub. Those two things lay claim to an area in space. And we got a newt. Let's report that and see if they pop up on DScan. They don't. No visual. And what this says, this activity defense multiplier, this 5.7x or whatever the number may be, that shows how difficult it is for an invading force to take over this area of space. Now, the specifics of what exactly that means, I'm not entirely sure. It may be that multiplier is applied to the shields and the armor and the overall defenses of your claim units or your infrastructure hubs. It may also apply to the stations in that space. I don't know. I guess I need to do a little bit more Googling, but that's it. So what are they? The strategic index comes from just having stations and having these claim units in space. And I'm sure I'm making mistakes here, so please jump into the comments and let me know where I'm overstepping or making false claims. But I believe that this is kind of what's going on here. I've only just learned about it. And so on one hand, so this multiplier is important in defending your space. And so you'll see people in your corporation kind of saying, hey, go out and whatever activity you enjoy doing, please do it in our system or in this particular system or in our home system or whatever, to help fortify it. And so you've got a strategic index, which just builds over time by having these stations and player, the claim units and hubs and things in the system. And then once that reaches its max, you get the maximum effect from it. You've also got the military index and the industry index. The military index is from ratting or pirates killed in the system, and industry index is cubic meters of ore mined. So, and I'm not sure with the military index whether it's specific ships killed or bounties claimed, but that's what affects it. So, okay, so if you hover your mouse over the little shield in the upper left corner, it'll tell you kind of where everything is at, but it doesn't give you a lot of specifics. Now, if you go up to the system here, the current solar system, and you see the little star icon next to the system, if you right-click on it and show info, and then look under the sovereignty tab, which is on the far right, it'll tell you what these indexes are, and you can hover over them, whether in the last 24 hours it's gone up or whether it's gone down, and like this. So the strategic index measures the length of time that an alliance controls an iHub in this system. Longer ownership leads to higher index levels. So if you hover over each level, it tells you what you're looking at. So we are at 120% of level 5. And this is, here we go, the military index rises when NPCs are killed within this system and otherwise slowly degrades over time. So the military index and the industry index slowly decrease over time, and so it fosters the desire and the need for continual activity in a given area of space. And so you can see that we are 36% of level 3, and we just don't do as much mining as maybe we could be lately, but index rises when ore is mined within this system, so otherwise slowly degrades. So you can track your your yeah, you can track your ADMs or your activity defense multiplier ratings in the solar system information. And I believe if we pull up the map, we'll just do a little exploratory thing here. Let's go on over to OMIST. I don't know, just at random. We'll take this, we'll show info, and there you go, sovereignty. So in this particular system, the activity multiplier is 4.5x. It's derived from development indexes and slows any attacks against sovereignty structures in this system. All right, and you can see that they, at least in the last day, it's gone down. They don't do much of any mining in that system. These are what their, their vulnerability windows are, and so on and so forth. So you can learn a lot by looking at the sovereignty tab. But that's why if you hear people talking about ADMs, that's what they're talking about, this activity defense multiplier, and the need to maximize that by ratting or mining in that system. So that's something that is specific to Null, because corps and alliances lay claim to areas of space, and this is how they do it and how they hold on to it. So that's the activity defense multiplier. Now, my question for you is, of all of these videos, I need to know kind of what more you're interested in. I think there's one more video that I can think of that might be useful or interesting to go into, but I definitely need to learn from you what your questions are, what you're curious about, and we can make more videos about that. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.